Hey, I'm Jeff, coming to you from a safe social distance. I hope you're doing well and staying safe. I've been stuck inside like everybody else, and like nearly everybody else, I watched Tiger King. I was really struck in Tiger King by Joe and Carole's use of political techniques against each other, and I'm going to outline some of those techniques for you. The first of those was opposition research. And opposition research is research a campaign does against their opponent. Both Joe and Carole did this to each other. Carole was always doing research on how Joe bred and sold big cats, and Joe did research on Carole's previous life as a big cat collector, and of course about the accusations that she murdered her husband. The second technique was bracketing. Bracketing is a communications technique that's used by campaigns to counter-program their opponent's events. It's a way to offer their arguments before and after an opponent does something. So if they have a campaign rally or speech, they might reach out to reporters before and after that event to frame up the narrative that they want to see about their opponent. Carole did this by emailing and calling before and after the malls that Joe would have live events at. So if she found out he was going to go somewhere, she would call ahead, or if she found out he'd just been somewhere, she would call afterwards and discourage them from booking him again. The third technique is content creation. One of the ways they created content was through the use of microsites, which are special purpose websites that are focused on a particular subject or message. Carole had a site that was focused on Joe's big cat trade, and Joe, of course, had a site on the allegations that Carole had murdered her husband. Part of that content creation was also videos, which both Joe and Carole basically operated their own TV networks. Joe had Joe Exotic TV, where he also featured the video Here Kitty Kitty, which of course a lot of people have seen. And Carole had used her Facebook page as a TV network. She did videos constantly updating her audience on what she was doing and talking about things that Joe was doing. And they used these videos to deliver their message and to circulate negative information about their opponent. Another content creation technique was the use of street theater. Live events can be content too. Street theater is the stunts that are done live to draw attention, and Joe did this by having sort of a protest outside of Carole's big cat rescue in his dead bunny outfit. A fourth technique is weaponizing SEO, or search engine optimization. Joe did this by trying to co-opt the name of Carole's organization and steer search traffic toward him and away from her. You can also do this by creating a lot of content, which we just discussed, and all that content being online will affect the way that the search results are shaped. A fifth technique is tracking. There's a saying that if it's not on video, it didn't happen. And tracking is when campaigns get their opponent on video, especially in an unguarded situation where they might make mistakes. Joe got video inside Carole's big cat rescue to show how she treated the animals there. Rick had compromising video of Joe, which was in effect tracking video of what Joe was doing on a day-to-day basis that he was filming for his ill-fated reality show. And Carole also had volunteers going to Joe's live shows, as I mentioned, to see where he was going next. Maybe he would say at the end of one show that he was going to go to some other city. And that's an important part of tracking. It's not just getting the video, but knowing your opponent's movements. A sixth bonus public affairs tactic is member meetings and events. An important way to advocate for or against an issue is to get in front of members of Congress and their staff and put a face on the issue. Carole did this by meeting with members of Congress to lobby for the Big Cat Public Safety Act. And the Big Cat Public Safety Act has been introduced in every Congress since 2015 in both the House and the Senate. You can go on the website congress.gov and see it. It was filed by various members and senators. Doc Antle, or Bhagavan Antle, also held events with members and staff, in 2013 and 2015, which was reported by Roll Call to advocate for the ownership of wild animals. I'm curious to hear your thoughts about Tiger King. Please let me know in the comments if you notice any other political techniques being used in Tiger King. And as always, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate your help in growing this channel. And be well and stay safe.